This is the EUYBIKE F6b 1000W folding electric bike, and my first reaction was simple. Big battery, big motor, big grin. The power hits quicker than I expected, the step-through frame makes it easy to hop on, and the whole thing feels like a small scooter with pedals. It's not subtle. It's built for speed and range, and from my experience, it delivers both, while asking you to accept some trade-offs. On looks and feel, the F6b leans utility over elegance. The 48-volt 20-amp-hour battery sits exposed behind the seat tube, so you always know where the power is coming from. The bar stem is tall, which gives you an upright, comfy position, but it does look a bit like a beanstalk. The frame folds quickly and locks solidly, though because of the weight, I treat folding as a fits-in-the-car or tight storage trick, not something I do several times a day. The 20-inch fat tires, mine are 20 by 3.0, add confidence on sketchy surfaces and soften bumps more than standard tires. My unit came with spoke wheels, a rear rack that can actually carry groceries, fenders, a decent headlight, and a saddle-mounted rear light that runs on its own battery. The new center color LCD is bright enough in daylight and has a USB charging port, which is handy when my phone's dying. The assembly was mostly painless. It arrives mostly built, and I had it road-ready after checking bolts, aligning the brakes, and truing the front rotor a touch. Key setup note: the display on my bike shipped with the wrong wheel size selected. It showed 26 inches by default. Changing that to 24 inches gave me accurate speed readings, and in my opinion, it also made the controller's speed behavior line up with what the bike is actually capable of. After that tweak, I saw an indicated 29 to 31 mph on flat ground with throttle only, and around 26 to 28 miles per hour in higher pedal assist on a calm day. That puts it in Class 3 territory. The throttle response is peppy, power comes on fast, so I feather it when starting on loose surfaces. Range is the headline. The 48-volt 20-amp-hour pack is the star of this show. On my longest day, I rode a little over 55 miles in mixed urban paths and side streets. PAS levels 2 to 3 most of the time, about 180 pounds rider with a backpack, and I still had 2 bars left. On pure throttle and a higher pace, I've seen the low 40s. Charging from low to full takes me roughly 6 to 7 hours with the included charger. The removable battery makes it easy to pop out and charge indoors. Climbing is strong for a folding e-bike. Hills in the 10 to 12% range are fair game if I help with pedaling. Steeper climbs are doable in short bursts thanks to the motor's torque, but you can feel the weight. The drivetrain is a basic Shimano 7-speed, and it works, but at higher speeds, I run out of useful pedaling. Ghost pedaling starts around the mid-20s mph, so if you want to pedal meaningfully at the top end, you'll probably wish for taller gearing. Brakes are mechanical discs with motor cutoff. EABS means the motor power drops the instant you brake. After break-in and a quick cable adjustment, they're fine for daily use, though not as strong or one-finger light as hydraulic setups. Comfort is a mixed bag. The front fork takes the sting out of potholes and speed bumps, and the seat post has some give. But there's no rear suspension. On rough patches, you feel it. The fat tires help, but this is still a hardtail. At 28 to 30 miles per hour, the combination of a heavy frame, basic fork, and quick throttle can feel twitchy on uneven pavement. I treat top speed as use with care, and keep my weight light on the bars when I hit imperfections. On smooth bike paths and good roads, it's a blast. Key features that stand out to me are the 48-volt, 20-amp-hour battery, the 750-watt, 1000-watt peak rear hub motor, the step-through folding frame, and the accessory bundle that makes it usable on day one. In my opinion, that battery capacity changes how you plan rides. You stop worrying about whether you can make it home. It's perfect for long commutes, errand runs, beach paths, and anyone who wants scooter-like convenience with the option to pedal. The display is clear. The USB port is genuinely helpful, and the rack/fender/light combo saves you money you'd otherwise spend on add-ons. From my experience, there are real trade-offs. The bike is heavy. If the battery dies or you forget your key and can't power up, pedaling it home feels like dragging a small anchor. The fork does its job, but it's basic and non-adjustable. At speed, the 7-speed drivetrain is under-geared, so the top end is more throttle fun than pedal fun. The rear light on the saddle is easy to bump on accidentally because it's independent. I wish it were wired to the main battery and doubled as a brake light. And while I haven't had to use warranty support myself, I'll point out what I look for with value e-bikes like this: clear communication and accessible service. The listing promises 365-day responsive support, but local dealer networks for bikes in this price class are usually thin. I keep my shipping box for a while just in case. The parts that made me smile the most are the battery life and the motor's punch off the line. It's effortless to keep a fast urban pace, pass traffic that's stuck at lights, and still arrive with plenty of charge left. The step-through design makes quick stops and starts so easy, especially when I've got a backpack or groceries. I also like that the controller responds predictably once the wheel size is set right. My speed readings and PAS behavior feel consistent ride to ride. On dirt paths and packed sand, those 3-inch tires float better than skinny rubber, and the front end soaks up just enough impact that I don't tense up over every crack. I'd recommend this for riders who prioritize power and range over minimal weight, who are comfortable doing simple maintenance like brake adjustment and bolt checks, and who plan to ride on decent pavement or hard-packed paths. It's perfect for commuters with 10 to 20-mile one-way trips, campus riders who want to skip parking stress, or anyone who likes the idea of a folding frame for storage but doesn't need to carry it upstairs daily. If you want a plush ride over broken roads, hydraulic brakes out of the box, or a super lightweight feel, this won't be your match. In conclusion, the EUYBIKE F6b leans hard into value where it matters: battery, motor, and usable features. The speed and range are real, the setup is straightforward, and day-to-day practicality is high. The compromises are also real: weight, a basic suspension, mechanical brakes, and gearing that runs out at high speed. In my opinion, if you understand those trade-offs and they fit your needs, this is the kind of e-bike that turns long rides into normal rides, and normal rides into fun ones. If this video helped, hit subscribe and drop your questions or your own F6b tips in the comments. Thank you for watching.